Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Devil's Kiss. Very exciting event today. I'm just getting ready here, participants, attendees. Hello, Alex. Hello, Modestas, Poppy Collins. I'm really excited with this event today because it's definitely very personal. Because in the past, I've definitely kissed the devil a few times. And I don't want that to happen to you. But if that happens, don't worry because you know you're going to learn how to spot him, what to do. Let's dive in. We got an hour. So the devil's kiss. You may be dating right now in the dating pool. You may be swimming in the dating pool, which is full of wasters, as I call them, playfuls, playboys, playgirls, playwomen. You know, sometimes they are very honest, as I'm gonna share with you. They tell you what they want, their real intentions. And sometimes they don't. They hide them. They have an agenda. And maybe you are already in a relationship with a waster, as I call it, or perhaps you are one of them. There's nothing personal, but you want to recognize that, you want to spot them, and you want to realize whether you are one of them, because if you are, there's things that you can do to address those internal conflicts so you can have a truly magical relationship. Who am I? My name is Rebecca Perea. As you can tell, I'm Spanish, and I work with my partner Matthew Alvarez here. And together we work with couples who want to transform their relationship, or with individuals who want to attract their magic partner who is out there waiting for you, for them and for you maybe. And so we do talks, we do workshops here in Cardiff, in Wales, where we live. We also do the same thing, you know, in other countries. Like before the lockdown, we were here in the am I sharing the screen, guys? Could you please tell me if maybe I'm not, maybe you cannot see it. Could you tell me if you are seeing the slides that I'm sharing with you? Could you type in the chat? Because, you know, maybe I'm here speaking, but you don't see the slides. Can you tell me if you see the slides? Can you type in the screen? No, we don't see them. Thank you, Irina. Okay, share the screen. Let me just, oh gosh, 1 second. No. Okay, no problem. Share the screen. This one. Yes. You can see the screen right now, right? Can you type yes? Can see you fine, Alex? What seminar is this anyways? This is the devil's kiss. Alex, thank you, Modestas. The devil's kiss. If you are if you are dating, or if you are in a relationship, you want to know who you are dating with, who you are married to, and maybe you are the devil. This is all about dating the right partner, or identifying if your partner is going to ever be able or willing to give you the love that you want if you are already in a relationship. And I was talking about the dating pool because it's full of non-committal partners. And this is who we are. As I was saying, we have helped around the world a lot of people through our talks, through our workshops. This was in Romania before the lockdown. This is my partner, Matt, who I deliberately manifested. And once I learned about relationships, I dig deep a lot, because I was attracting the wrong guys. So I really studied relationships in depth, healing emotional traumas, and all these things that led me to a very introspective journey, and eventually to create my vision boards, follow the right steps to manifest my perfect partner who I knew who was out there waiting for me. And here we are now working together. We created Aligned with Love, our company, and together we work with couples. I work with women and he works with men. to transform the relationship or to attract the dream partners. Because our goal is that everyone has a magic intimate relationship. Everyone who wants to. If you stay until the end, I will give you some gifts. And why am I doing this? Because I know that there's so much information out there that we don't stay for longer. We don't stay focused on something. Our attention spans are so short nowadays. So people need incentives. And I got a gift that you're going to absolutely love, and it's absolutely priceless. And in a moment you will know. But before, I want to identify what type of person you are. If you are here, if you are single, you may keep attracting the wrong kind of partners. You may be often get ghosted. Maybe you get too attached to your partners and end up with a broken heart. Or maybe, your partners don't give you what you know that you deserve. Maybe you don't feel confident dating, and you are very confident at work, but you don't feel confident when dating. And maybe you feel very uncomfortable with your partners because they get to push you or too naggy or clingy. Or maybe you don't feel you will be able to find someone special. Or maybe you can't trust them. Or maybe you feel that they are very abusive. They abuse you in different ways. Maybe you want more than sex, and once you give them sex, that's all, they disappear. Or maybe something else. But if you are dating and you are here, you may resonate with some of these. Can you type, ladies and gentlemen? If you resonate with any of these, it would be good for me, because otherwise I'm talking here alone, and I feel like I'm talking on my own to myself. And I don't know if you're following me. So if you identify with any of these, just please type in the chat and make sure you choose the tab for everyone. Please. Thank you. The next one. If you are in a relationship, maybe this is what is going on. You feel like they need you to look after. You feel like they need you to look after them. Or maybe you are looking after them all the time, mothering them. By the way, no one is going to read this in the chat, so you can feel free to type. This is private. This is not recorded live. And no one is going to read the chat. It's just for me to see, to follow you, and to engage, rather than me being here talking alone. This is interactive, two ways. If you are in a relationship, maybe you are tired of planning and taking the lead in the relationship all the time. Or you would do anything for your partner, but it's not like that, the other way around. Maybe your partner doesn't give you what you know you deserve. Maybe your confidence disappears when you come back home, and you are very confident at work, but you're not very confident at home. Maybe you feel like you're working on eggshells. Maybe you can't communicate properly. Maybe you want to support your partner, but this implies going against your needs, different values, different needs. You don't spend time together. You don't feel supported by your partner or appreciated. You can't trust your partner. There's no more passion anymore, etc., etc., etc. That I see every day. Guys, and you are very shy. You can feel free to type in the chat to share. This is private. The purpose of this event, from me to you, I want you to be able and willing, two different things, to change and transform your thinking, so you can decide whether the partner you are with or going out with is or is not worth it, and find someone better. This is my goal. Is the person you are dating or the person you are committed to, your partner right now, committed to have a loving, truly loving relationship, or are they wasting your time? I think I struggle to find someone special. Alex, thank you. That's right. It can be so frustrating. And you are going to identify why you struggle in these different slides that I'm going to share with you right now. How can you choose or review your relationship? How can you choose the right partner? How can you know the right partner? The partner you are dating with or the partner that you are with now is really able and willing to love you, to meet your needs for love, because that's why you are in a relationship, in an intimate relationship. Otherwise, you are in a business relationship or you are in like you have children together and this is like a team, like a business. Maybe you pay the mortgage, you are flatmates, but you're not in a loving, intimate relationship. Well, the first thing you need to look at is that you have the same values that your partner, or at least your partner is supporting your values. What are the values? The values are the things that you like to do because it helps you meet your needs. Let's say that I like to travel, and Matt supports me traveling when I go on my own to Spain to see my sister and my family, or when I went to Orlando to a business event for a week and I met new friends, and like he was happy here, trusting me. He was not jealous. He was not freaking out. He was not texting me, calling me all the time. Where are you? Who are you going out with? How are you dressing like that? No, he supports my values. That is very important. And you also want to do the same to your partner, by the way, because maybe they are not doing that to you because you're not doing this to them. So it needs to be a double way. The second one is the love languages. There is a very famous book that you can read. And the bottom line is that sometimes we assume that our partner speaks our love language, but they may have a different love language. What does that look in practice? I feel loved when my partner gives me gifts. If I don't receive flowers or a card for my birthday, for some Valentine's, for Christmas time, for the Easter, I don't feel my partner loves me. But what if my partner loves me and the way he is giving me the love is in a different way? Maybe by supporting me every time I need help, maybe by telling me that he loves me and saying, oh, you look beautiful today, you know, I believe in you. So there's different ways to give love, and we need to really understand which ones they are and how we can talk our partner love language and they can talk our love language. So we need to share that with them. And all these things are things that we covered in our relationship breakthrough program. So if you want to know more about, just reach out. Send us an email, you know, a direct message on social media, Facebook, Instagram, the Meetup app, in any channel that you find us, LinkedIn. The third one that you want to look at, you want to watch out for, is that your partner is helping you to meet your needs. Your partner is helping you to feel loved, to feel special, to keep growing and evolving as a person. I remember a client who didn't like her partner started to read a book about emotional abuse, emotional blackmail. This was Matt's client, my partner's client. He was a man, and he started to read this book that he recommended to him. And when his wife started to caught him reading this book, she started to manipulate him again. Oh, you don't love me. You think that I am a manipulator. That's why you're reading this book. Do you think, guys, that at the end, this partner continue reading the book, or he stopped reading the book? This was something that happened before my math client reached out to us. What do you think, guys? Do you think that this man kept reading the book, or he closed it and put it away and complied to his manipulative wife? What do you think, guys or ladies? Do you think that he continued reading the book, or do you think that he put it away? What do you think? He definitely put it away. Definitely. He didn't continue reading it because he allowed his wife to stop him from meeting his needs for growth, evolving, becoming a better person, understanding the relationship in a better way, because this was not interesting for her, because she would not be able to continue manipulating him. So it's very important that you are helping your partner to meet their needs, and your partner is helping you to meet your needs. These three things happen, you are in a truly loving relationship. These three are not happening, good luck. So I'm going to start sharing with you the different types of partners who are not going to be able to or willing to commit in a truly loving, formal, serious relationship with you. And maybe you could be one of those. But chances are that if you are here, you want to be in a loving relationship and you are not one of these. But you keep encountering this type of partners, or maybe you are in a relationship with this type of partner. And I call them wasters because they waste your time, they waste your present, they waste your future. And maybe you're going to have a child with them or children, and they're not going to have a loving home. There's going to be arguments, there's going to be yelling, shouting, calling names, a lot of things, resentment, anger. The first type of waster is called the playboy or the playgirl. This is easy to spot because they're very charming, they know how to seduce you, they love having fun, they're very honest, they don't commit, they don't want to commit, and they will tell you from upfront, and they treat their partners as a trophy, like a trophy. So you will see them dating other people, and you will hear them honestly telling you, I don't want to commit. So they're not playing with you, they're upfront, but they're not gonna want to commit. But what happens is that if we don't believe them, if we start thinking, oh no, I can change them, they can change their minds. Maybe they had a past traumatic experience and I can heal them. What happens is that they were upfront with you and they're not gonna want to commit, and you are gonna get attached to them, and it's gonna be very hard to leave them, and eventually you are going to be very emotionally attached to them even once you have broken up, and then you keep thinking about them, and then you attract another one, the same thing. So this is very important to be honest with yourself to spot this pattern, this type of waster. Guys, are you following me? Could you type yes, no, I love this, this is being very useful information? Thank you, Rebecca. Could you say something in the chat? Thank you, Irina, because otherwise I feel I'm here talking to myself. Thank you. Okay, the next one, you're welcome. The next one, the hesitant. Yes, the hesitant. This is another type of waster. Thank you, Alex. And the hesitant, I call it. Why? Because they don't know what they want. A part of them wants to be in a relationship. Another part of them doesn't want to be in a relationship. So they want the benefits of being in a relationship, the love, the connection, the sharing together, the sex, the passion, the teamwork. And they also want the benefits of being single, the freedom to do the things that they like, not just dating other people, but the freedom to do the things that they like and to never give counsel or tell your partner what you're doing now, how much spending money you are spending to organize the finances together. They need freedom, do on their own, do their own thing. And it's a challenge because if you are in a relationship, you want to be in a relationship, and there's benefits, and it feels that you have more than what you lose when you were single. If it feels that you become less, then you don't want to be in a relationship. It needs to feel better. Otherwise, what is the point? You know, so they can't choose, and they shift from hot to cold. What does that mean? Today they love bombing you, they make you feel special, they love you, they thank you, Alex, yeah, they really like to be with you, and tomorrow, the next day, they've completely changed their mind. No, they don't want to be with you, they don't want to go to that retreat weekend together that they agreed, or they don't want to I don't know, they have other things, they want to go to the gym, they have too much work at work, so they come late, and excuses. And they're very unpredictable. You never know what you are. How can you build a future like that? The next one is the sexually conflicted. Not sure. They're not sure of their gender, or they are trying to cover it up. They can give you lots of sex, or they may not give you anything at all, none at all, because they may treat you as their perfect partner. That's another thing as well. You know, imagine that I am with a man and he is gay, and maybe he doesn't know it, or maybe he already knows it. So He will give me a lot of sex because he is trying to convince himself that he is a man and he likes to be with a woman, but it's not true. And I believe that he's happy with me, but he's not. And maybe he just doesn't give me any sex, but he will treat me as a gentleman. And so he will, because he understands very well how a woman feels, what she needs. She will start spending lots of time with me, making me feel heard, listened to, something that women love. And he will spend time with me, and all these things that we like. But really, they are not giving me sex. So, oh my God, what is going on? You can tell. And maybe it can be as well the other way around. If you are with a woman, I certainly have this client, a woman who is lesbian and doesn't really want to be in a relationship with a man. The next type of waster, is this being useful, guys? Do you identify any type of waster so far that I have described? The next one is I don't want to get hurt again. So they keep projecting the past when they felt hurt in their past relationship, or their parents were divorced, their parents cheated on them, they felt rejected. They are scared of commitment because of they had very needy or clingy ex-partners, or maybe aggressive, they had emotionally unavailable parents, or maybe they have beliefs around people in a relationship play games. Therefore, they don't respect their partners because they don't take them serious because of this belief. Or maybe, they won't give their all, and that will cause you to work harder for nothing. And the harder you work seeking their love, the more distant they become. They can also attract gold diggers because they objectify their future potential partners because they don't believe in love, and because they have these beliefs, and they don't trust you, and they don't value you. This is another one. I don't want to get hurt again. There's another one, the seeker. Who is the seeker? The seeker doesn't give you certainty about the future together, doesn't introduce you to their friends, family, colleagues. This one doesn't take you closer to their workplace, they give you, or to their house. They give you excuses or deflect answers or questions, because when you talk about the relationship, and at the end they talk a lot, but you don't really know what they said. And that is a confusing technique that avoidant partners definitely use a lot, unconsciously and naturally. This type of partner, this type of waster, doesn't put you at the top of the list. You're not a priority, I'm sorry. Their actions do not match what they say. They're not congruent. They say that they love you, but they don't show it. They don't spend much time with you, and and also they shift from hot to cold. Again, what is that? That today they love you a lot, they want to spend time with you, tomorrow distant. You don't know who they are, where they are, what they want. They're not committed. Today they tell you that they want to have children with you, tomorrow they don't want to have children. And this is very unpredictable. How can you have a loving, truly relationship? Does this sound familiar, guys, so far? The next type of waster is the wounded child go-getter, or the wounded child escort. Yes, thank you, Alex. Exactly. And I have put here the picture of Christian Grey of the movie The 50 Shades of Grey, and also Meryl Streep in the movie The Devil Dresses Prada, and also a strip dance, because this is a very good representation of these types of partner, because they have low self-esteem from their childhood. It comes from their childhood. They're constantly trying to be their best by achieving things, by handling many things at a time. And it's hard to focus on the relationship because they have too many things to juggle. They want to prove themselves that they are good enough because they're dragging this belief from the past. Their partners were divorced or maybe neglected them, just like Christian Grey. Their siblings got all the attention, maybe. They had emotionally unavailable parents. They don't know how to be a man or a woman, and they have serious emotional issues and identity issues. And so this causes their partners to feel like they are in a roller coaster, and they are also shifting all the time from call to call. Today I love you, tomorrow I'm not sure. And so this kind of partners is ideal for the short term, but not for the long term, because they can make you feel very special in the short term. Imagine that you are a woman and you're going out with Christian Grey. He gives you all this amazing lifestyle for a short time. Once the contract is over, it's over. That's it. Not renewing the contract. Prada, the same. The Meryl Streep in The Devil Dresses Prada. Imagine, she has all this lifestyle. She can make you feel, take you to nice restaurants, travels, and hotels. She gives you this seductive look, but really, she's very busy. She's not gonna want to focus on you much. And by the way, this woman has the inverted polarity, which we talk a lot about in our relationship breakthrough program, specifically in the module aligned with yourself. Sorry, with your partner, in the module aligned with your partner, where we see many times that women have become professional doers. They're doing, they're thinking, planning, they're not connected to their bodies, and that causes their partners to be in their feminine energy, which is not healthy for the man. He doesn't feel fulfilled, and we can talk more about this if you resonate with this. And so sometimes as well, women lead with their sexual energy. They want to give a lot of sex to their partners because they understand how important sex is for a man. Because for a woman, emotional connection is very important, and sexual connection as well, but mainly emotional connection for a feminine woman, I'm saying. For a man, masculine man, sex is very important, sexual connection, and they know that. So they can lead through their sexual energy and be leading the man by giving them the sex, getting them to do what they want, dangling the carrot, through the sex. So this is another one. Do you resonate with this? The next one is overexcited child. This is the playful boy, the playful girl, alive still within us. And we're already grown up adults, but we still have this playful boy, playful girl. And so they just want to have fun. They make you feel like a child again, like you are having fun again. If you are too serious, they will take you out of your head and they will connect you to your body and feel happy, excited, alive, feel loved. But they don't want to have responsibilities or commitments, even in the relationship. And they are adventurers. They love having fun all the time. They're hooked to this chemical of having fun, dopamine, and so what happens is that eventually, imagine if you are a man, and for a woman, certainty is very important. And you want to have fun so much, you want to have fun so much that it is very hard for you to focus on building a business, growing in your profession, having a good job, because you just want to have fun. And have fun is in the body. It stops you from this overexcitement, stops you from thinking clearly to get what you want, to do one thing at a time as a masculine man, healthy masculine man. And also, if you've managed to find a job or build a business by doing something that you have fun with, then you're not going to be a very good saver. You're not going to manage your money very well because you're spending all the time on having fun. Imagine how much financial certainty, and even in the relationship, you are going to give to your partner. And if you are a woman and your partner is doing that, then how do you feel with him like that? So this is super important to consider. The next one, and the last one is the last type of waster is the playboy or the playgirl performist. What is that? These are people who have learned to have seductive skills, seducing skills, and because of that, they can be very attracting at the beginning, because soon they will drop their masks. and they will reveal their social awkwardness and their low self-belief and low confidence and low self-esteem, and this will get in the way in the relationship, because if this is a woman, she will become very needy, very clingy, very jealous, very possessive, controlling. Where are you going? Who are you testing? Who is this person in social media, on your profile? Calling you all the time at work, sending you texts all the time. Maybe you identify with this, by the way. And if you are a man, this low self-esteem, lack of confidence, self-belief in himself, it will stop you from building a healthy masculinity that you have by nature, and give the certainty that your partner needs in the relationship. And eventually she will have to overcompensate your lack of masculinity, and she will start stepping up into her unnatural masculine energy if she's a healthy feminine energy, and that will really spoil the attraction, because you will get the inverted polarity, and it will build resentment. The man doesn't feel fulfilled. The woman feels resentful because she needs to plan everything, organize everything, get everything done. She doesn't feel supported. She doesn't feel appreciated, and it causes all kinds of challenges in the relationship. Has this been useful so far? Have you identified with any of these, or have you ever had any partners with these kind of types? Could you type it in the chat so I know where I am, that you're getting something positive from this event? Have you identified? And yes, Irina, thank you. That's right. Good. Okay. Alex, yeah, I think I might be all there. I love it, Alex. You know what, Alex? Let me tell you something. Don't worry. It's okay. I definitely identify with so many of these patterns. I am what I call, if you've ever learned about attachment styles, there's the anxious type, there's the secure style, and there is the avoidant style. You can give them different names. I am the anxious avoidant type, which is rare to find, but you can find them together. So I'm not very extreme anxious in terms of controlling and calling all the time, sending many texts, jealous. I'm not like that, but I'm certainly anxious. I get clingy very easily. I put them on a pedestal. And then once I'm in the relationship, I just want to get hurt. So anxious avoidant. I start saying, oh, if you don't do this, or if this happens, I will get a flat, I will leave. This is how I was. But because I have worked on myself, it's okay. I got everything handled, and this is what you can do if you want. Otherwise, you're going to be always in the dating pool, as I was. I think I'm that too, to be honest. Yeah, okay. So it's great, Alex, to identify these things. If you want to shift these things, like me, to have a loving, long-term committed relationship, and I'm saying long-term, I'm not saying a forever relationship, because you never know. Even me, look, I'm saying here, Matt, yes. And I am with Matt, but you don't know. Maybe we're going to change values, and over time we're going to move away. I don't think this is going to happen with Matt, because we have a very solid foundation, but it could happen. You never know. But you want to feel grounded within yourself, and happy and secure within yourself. So whatever happens, you are okay. Sometimes people come into our lives for a short time, for a short, long term, and sometimes for a long term, sometimes it's forever. Yeah. And you definitely can find a long-term forever partner if you know what to do, which is all these things that I'm sharing with you. What are the bad strategies that you need to avoid for sure? You want to allow your partner to influence you, but you don't want to adapt to your partner, because if you do that, you will lose yourself. You want to change who you are. No, you don't want to do that. And you don't want to change them either, because that never works. And the harder you work to get love, the more distant they become. You don't want to try to please them if it doesn't feel good to you. This is very important. If it doesn't feel good to you, you make them more important than yourself. You don't want to do that. Don't make them more important than yourself. because you will lose them. You want to make them as important as you make yourself, because people will treat you in the same way that they see that you treat yourself. So you are important, they are important. You don't want to doubt yourself. You don't want to doubt your feelings. You don't want to project the past. And to do that, you need to heal the past. And this is something that I can definitely help you, and Matt. Because if you are still in the past trying to work out what happened with your parents when you were a child, they didn't love you, or your ex-partner did this or that, you are going to make it happen again. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Deny or suppress your feelings. You don't want to do that. Your feelings are yours. They're truly genuine, and you don't want to allow anyone. People can argue about your feelings, but question them. But you don't. They can say whatever, but your feelings are yours, and only you know what you feel. You don't want to deny them, and you don't want to suppress them. You want to feel them, to heal them. Your feelings are talking to you. They're guiding you from fear to love. They're telling you there are some things that you need to do or to stop doing, or something that you need to learn about yourself. You don't want to cancel your needs. You want to be on top of your needs. You want to be in charge of your needs. You don't make your partner responsible for your needs. You are responsible for your own needs. And you want to see that your partner is helping you to meet your needs, as well as you are helping him or her. You don't want to cry alone. You want to talk with me or Matt or your friends. You don't cry alone. You don't work harder, pushing. If you need to fight for the love that you want, as a woman, that doesn't feel any good. As a man, they like to fight for what they want. But if it feels too pushy, if they need to work very hard, then that means that your partner is not going to want to commit. It's not serious, even if she's a woman and you are a man. And you want to give them an ultimatum. You don't want to give them an ultimatum or bluff, because if you do that, they are going to show up in the right way for a short time, and then again they're going to relax. So you really want to see who they really are. You don't want to nag them, because that's going to cause a very negative reaction, and you don't want to get mad at them, because it's going to cause a negative reaction. So how can you reveal the true intentions? This is what you can do. There's two things that you can do. The first two things are medium risky, like soft, kind of soft. The two second ones are very risky, because you're going to eventually lift the mask, and you're going to get them drop the mask off, and you're going to see who they are. And if you are married, you have children, you have mortgages, this is going to be challenging. But ultimately, short-term pain, long-term gain. So you want to do that. The first two things, you want to stop talking about the future and observe what happens. So, and you want to prioritize other things and observe what happens. So in practice, you don't talk about the relationship anymore. You don't talk about you together as a couple. You are dating. You're not talking about where you're heading, when you are going to formalize things. You don't ask them, how are you? What are you thinking? How are you feeling about me? You don't do that. If you are in a relationship, the same thing. You don't talk about buying a house together. You don't talk about having children. You don't talk about future commitments, about the relationship, because you want to see whether they want that, and they come to you. You want to create the space for them to do that, rather than you filling up the space and not giving them the space to do that. If you give them the space to do that, to talk about the relationship, about the future, and they don't do this, and that's your observation, that is a red flag. This is why I'm dressing today in red, by the way. And you want to prioritize other things and observe what happens. So, for example, you want to go out with your friends, you want to go to the gym, you want to read your books, you want to watch movies, you want to do whatever you like to do, your hobbies, and not focus so much on being with your partner and prioritizing the relationship, because you want to observe if now, because you have created the space to be together, your partner is looking for you or not. And that means maybe you are flatmates, maybe you are simply friends, but not intimate, very emotionally connected. And the next two things is a bit the opposite. You want to talk about the future together, and you want to observe them and being detached. So you want to say, hey, baby, would you like to have a child in 5 years' time? Would you like to move in together in a year's time? Or if you are in a relationship, would you like to buy a second house? Would you like to have children? You want to talk about yourself as a couple and in the future, and detach from the outcome. You just want to observe. Do they get nervous? Do they get anxious? Do they argue? Do they give you evasives? Do they deflect the question? Do they talk a lot and say nothing? Because those are red flags. And when you notice that behavior, or they start lying even more, and you catch them in telling lies because they got anxious, then, ask them, baby, are you okay? Because you seem very different. Give them 2 weeks talking about this, about the future, about you. Dial up, talk more, even more. See how they feel. And then you have exposed a waster. And it's true that sometimes, people may have fears of commitment, but that doesn't mean they don't want to commit. They will naturally resolve those internal conflicts if you don't nag them. But if you nag them, it will be more complicated because they will react negatively. How can you know that they are serious then? This is how it looks. A loving partner versus a waster man or woman, by the way, partner. So a loving partner wants to fight. If it's a man, if the partner is a man, and a man wants to fight for his partner to earn her. If it's a woman, she likes to nurture with love her partner. They want it. So if, for example, you are a woman, don't play hard, don't show your cards too soon. Let him want you if he is genuine. Let him decide and gauge his actions to determine his true interest levels. And if you are a woman, the same. Don't push. The more you push, the harder and the farther they become from you. You don't want to do that. And you want to let them come to you naturally. And a waster will do the minimum as opposed to the loving partner. They will do the minimum for you, and they will want to get the maximum from you. They will do the minimum for you and get the maximum from you, because they're not heavily invested in the relationship. They want to have sex with you. Maybe they want to brag or show off, show you as their trophy. But they want to do the minimum for you. They want to not commit to you. And by the way, they may have other partners. They may have told you, or they may be hiding it. And so it's different. You see, a loving partner does things for you, or nurtures you with love, gives you attention, listens to you. Whereas a waster doesn't do much, doesn't give you much attention. A loving partner at the beginning will court you, ask you out, talk to you, pay for dinner, take you places, share important things with you. Whereas a waster will do the same, but they will dial up. They will go the extra mile because they want to seduce you, to trap you in their spider web. And that is a very big red flag, because it's not normal from a loving, healthy, masculine man. Because men or women, because if we are healthy emotionally, we are busy in our lives. We have our hobbies, our friends. It's our focus of attention is not only our partners. And if that happens and they love bombing you like too much, it's very overwhelming. That is a red flag. Maybe they are trying to feel complete through us, or maybe they are making us responsible for their feelings. Another one is that a loving partner, after a month, they will continue showing interest or even more, for fear of losing you. They can feel and naturally overcome the fear of commitment, as I said, if we don't pressure them. Whereas after a month, a waster will lose interest and do even less. And if it's a woman, if the waster is a woman, They will nurture you with attention and time, even less. They will start criticizing you, and controlling you because they want to exit the relationship. They want to make you feel bad. They want you to leave them, and they don't know how to leave you, or they just starting to lose interest. And maybe, if you nag them, they will again reinforce their games, playing games, love bombing, compliments, because they want to keep the show running for sex or whichever other interests, as I said before. And another one, a loving partner loves many other things, as I said, apart from being with their partners. So if they spend time with us or with you, this is a good sign. Whereas a Western loves many other things apart from being with their partners. So they will increase these activities and decrease spending time with you, which is a red flag. So at the beginning, they give you a lot, and gradually, they start giving you less. So what are the good strategies that you want to implement? When you want to know what you deserve, you want to be willing to walk away if your partner doesn't measure up your expect, what you want. What are your non-negotiables? What are the things that you're not going to tolerate? What are the things that need to happen for you in a relationship for you to want to be with that person? You want to trust your intuition and back it up with proof. Again, intuition and logic, feeling and logic. And you want to feel your feelings and do the things that you love and let them see it. Imagine if your partner sees you very busy, very excited, going out with your friends, they're going to like you even more. They're going to feel attracted to you because you are independent. You love yourself. You're not needy, but you want to be in a relationship. You don't need it, but you want to. You want to meet your friends and let them miss you. You want to let your partner miss you so they really realize how much they value you, or maybe they don't value you, and then you will realize that they are not looking for you. And before you know, you're not dating anymore, or you are like flatmates if you are already in a relationship. You want to be yourself. You want to ask for what you need and also give it to yourself. You want to accept your partner the way they are and what they do. You want to have boundaries and show them to them. So that means you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and you do as you say. Because the way people treat you is the way you treat yourself. And you want to withdraw their attention, but never punish them, because that will create a negative reaction back to you. So if your partner has treated you disrespectfully, you don't punish them, but you withdraw, because you need to feel your feelings to heal them. And that's natural. It's no punishment. You are dealing with yourself. And then you naturally come back. And at that point, he or she will realize that they did wrong. And if they really love you, they will naturally come to talk things through or not. And that's a red flag. So at what point do you need to let them go? You want to be doing all these right things that I've mentioned before. Make sure you have the right polarity. Make sure you put in yourself, your needs, your feelings. You are in charge of what you need. You give it to yourself. You give it to your partner. You're not nagging them. You're not pushy. You're not clingy. You are independent. You're confident. You love yourself. All these things, you work on yourself. And for a period of time, and this will powerfully transform your relationship. This is what we do most of the time in the Relationship Breakthrough Program. And if you are not in a relationship and you are going out with a partner, this will train him or her. This will show you how you want to be treated. And if this has not worked after a time, then what? I am inviting you right now to imagine that you are driving. You are in a road, you are in your car, you are driving. Close your eyes just for a second. And you get to the point where there's two directions. If you take the right, you're gonna keep driving and you're gonna head farther and farther against the right partner that you want to meet, who is out there waiting for you. And you keep driving and driving, and the farther you go, the farther you drive, the farther you get from the partner that you really want, who is out there waiting for you, the truly magic partner who can give you and is able and is willing to give you what you want and receive it from you as well. But then on the other hand, you can choose to change gears, change lines, get the other side of the road, lane of the road. And you know that the farther you drive, the closer you get to this lovely partner who is out there waiting for you. Which lane would you take, the right or the left? You want to go to get closer to the partner that you really want, that you know that is out there waiting for you, ready to give you, able and willing to give you what you need, what you want, what you truly crave for long for. But if you get the other line, what's going to happen? So which one would you like? The bottom line. The bottom line is, if you are in a relationship and you already know that this is not the partner who is going to be able or willing to give you what you want, you need to decide. If you are dating a partner and the same thing, you want to exit. And if you are not dating, but if you are dating, but you don't have a relationship or a partner right now, then make sure that you are in the right lane, because otherwise you're going to get farther apart, farther away from the partner that you want. And because we are getting to the end and you've made it this far, I am inviting you to come to my women's implementation session that I have tomorrow with my female clients. This is part of the Relationship Breakthrough Program that we run every month. If you want to talk more about that, you want to find more, just contact me. I'm going to send you the details now. And after the 3-day program that we run, Relationship Breakthrough Program, we have the 6-month implementation program, where the first week of the month, we have the couple session for couples and individuals. The second week of the month, I run the women's implementation, which is this. And the third week of the month, Matt runs the men's implementation. And tomorrow I am doing my session, women's implementation, with all my clients. And it's going to be about feminine energy, how we can be in a right feminine energy so we don't kill the attraction in a relationship, if we are dating or if we are in a relationship. And I am going to send you here in the chat the thing that you need to come, where the links are. You just need to click and that's it. Click in the links and connect tomorrow with us. You're welcome. It's at 7 until 8:30 p.m. And this is something else that I am giving you. If you are in a relationship, you can assess where you are right now. If you are not in a relationship, but you are going out with a partner, you can assess whether this relationship is giving you what you need or not. And this is all in this, all these links are in the document that I sent you. So you can click on there and score your relationship right now, come and join us tomorrow. And here we are. I would like to know, I have 5 minutes because I have a session with my clients in 10 minutes, but I would love to know what your biggest insights have been from this event. What have you learned? What your favorite points have been? What questions do you have that I can resolve for you right now? Do you send per email, Irina? No, I put it here in the chat. It's this document PDF gifts, because there is nothing here. I see, Irina, thank you. Okay, that's very interesting. I wonder why. Okay, so I'm going to give you the links. 1 second. Let me give you the links right now. I'm just going to copy and paste. Thank you, Irina. So, 1 second. Okay. Okay. Score your relationship. Oh, I cannot copy for some reason. If you want to come, Just type your email here, and I'm gonna send it to you right now as soon as I finish this call, this session. You can type your emails, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna send you this document with the links. And I'm very happy to see you tomorrow in my session. And also you can do the score right now, score your relationship. You can also do it with your past relationships to really see where you got it wrong, or you can do it with your current relationship. Can you please send to the email that we registered with? That's a very good idea for sure. In the Eventbrite event. Yeah, sure. I will do that. Thank you, Ina. And that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for showing up today. You're very welcome. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you, Alex.